guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm like really excited because I don't know if y'all noticed, but your eyes did not get clear overnight. They didn't just magically get better. Like the quality of your eyes just did not increase. I'm so happy and excited to film today because I'm filming on a new camera. My boyfriend got me a new camera for our 2-year anniversary. Our anniversary is on the 19th of this month. Super exciting. We're gonna be together for 2 years now, which is like fucking crazy, and I love him so much. I had no idea that he was gonna fucking buy me this camera, and when he did, I literally was crying for like ever. Like I literally got in the car and I just fucking lost it. I just fucking started crying because I really wanted this camera for the longest time. My other camera's quality does not even fucking compare to this. But if the lighting's weird, if not I'm not completely in focus or anything's like wrong, please forgive me. This is literally the first time I'm filming with this camera. Another thing that I want to mention really quickly before I get started with this tutorial is that yes, this is our Christmas tree, and yes, it's still up even though it's February. And honestly, at this point, it's part of our living room decor. So for today's video, as you can see by the title, I am doing my like 10-minute makeup routine. I think all of the products, I think maybe one of them might not be drugstore, but this is literally all drugstore. I am a drugstore fanatic. Like I fuck heavy with drugstore. Let's go ahead and jump into this tutorial. Skincare is the most important part of this whole thing. If your skin isn't prepped well, it's not gonna look good. It's gonna look splotchy. Even if you have oily skin, please moisturize. I'm using the Baby Skin primer. I use this primer even if I'm doing a full face of makeup, or this is literally my ride or die. I don't think I'll ever stop using this primer even if I become a billionaire. I do not need this much. Put it into my skin. Obviously it's not going to take me 10 minutes to do this makeup now because I am recording. Now the next step is concealer. We're not going to be using foundation for this tutorial because it's just a waste of time, to be honest. So for concealer, I'm using the Better Than Skin Concealer by Maybelline. I'm going to use this concealer where my bags are. You can like see them, they're really bad. I know that some people have given up like the whole putting your concealer in a triangle motion, but I cannot give it up. I just can't. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's just because that's how I learned to do my concealer that I just can't seem to use a different method. I'm gonna use a second concealer. I use 2 concealers. If you think that's a little bit excessive, then that's on you. If you just have like a favorite concealer that you want to use, but if you want to try mixing this, well, not like mixing this, but like applying both of these at the same time, I'm telling you, it will change your life and you will literally not want to use any other concealer. Concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade, I believe it's in the shade Sand. Yes, Sand. And I'm gonna put this at the bottom of the other concealer. And this one matches my skin like literally perfectly. It's like the same shade as my skin. And then with this concealer, I will go through and like put some where I have like my acne scars and stuff. I am on the road to getting clear skin. Hopefully. I want to take this fucking reindeer off because it keeps focusing on the reindeer instead of my face, and then my face gets like all blurred out. Sir, the biggest thing with concealer is that you want it to sit on your face and dry. Not like completely dry, but like almost fully dry. It just adds extra coverage to your concealer. If you don't do this yet, I highly recommend it. So I'm just gonna start blending out at the bottom. One trick that I want to tell y'all when blending out your concealer under your eyes, you want to start at the very bottom and dragging it to the rest of your face so you can have that coverage on your cheeks. Lightest concealer, you want to focus it when blending out. You just want to go back and forth in your under eye area. You don't want to drag it down to the face because then the rest of your face is going to be way lighter. So now from here, I like to go in and see if I want to cover up more of my acne scars. Like you can see here that there's still like peeking through, like right here and over here, and the redness around my nose is still peeking through. I don't mind that because it's supposed to be like a natural look. But if you want to go ahead and just like do another layer of concealer, you can. For powder, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Light. I'm just going to take it on a Real Technique sponge, and then I want to press it down under my under eyes, like so, like if I'm baking, but I'm not going to be baking today. I'll show y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blend it into the rest of my skin, kind of like what I did with the concealer. It just sets the concealer in place, but it doesn't add any additional coverage. It just mattifies everything. And then I'm gonna do the same, just grab a little bit for my forehead. Now that everything is set in place, I'm just going to go in with a big powder brush. This is the Morphe E41, and it's just like really big. This reminds me of a rabbit's tail. It's huge. I'm just going to take a little bit of powder, like the tiniest bit of powder, just to make sure that everything is seamless. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and contour. I'm using the Revolution Roxy palette. This is literally has become my favorite contour. I go ahead and go in with this one and then this one and just mix it together. And I'm using the Morphe R10 brush. I focus it right where I have like a natural cheek contour, and I just like flick it up. This next part, you don't have to do it, but I am very self-conscious about my nose. So no matter how late I'm running, like it does not matter. If I am putting makeup on my face, my nose will be snatched. Now that that's all contoured and stuff, I'm gonna take the Morphe R2 brush. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and just go in with those two shades and blend everything. Since it is a more natural look, I'm okay to be messy with it, but still, you always want to flick your brush upwards because you want your cheeks to be lifted, not dragged down. Now we're done with contouring and bronzing our face, I'm going to go ahead and move on to blush. This is the best blush that I've ever found, and it's really cheap. And to apply that, I'm using this like random ass stippling brush. Another tip that I have for you guys is you guys should apply your blush with the stippling brush because it just makes it look a lot more natural. It like just blends it perfectly into your skin. And I'm just gonna focus it on the apples of my cheeks. Now for my lids, I'm going in with the Morphe R37 brush, and it's just a really big fluffy brush. And I just go ahead and mix the same two contour powders, and I go in and work it starting from the outside in. And then I do always blend it in with my contour, my nose contour. For highlight, I'm going in with the Becca Opal, and this is just a mini sample size that I found at TJ Maxx, and I feel like this was a complete score because I got it like a couple months ago, and it still like barely even has like an indent, and it was $12, and it came with a tiny little liquid one too. To highlight my nose, I'm using the Morphe M213, and it's like a really small brush. And then I'm just gonna go in and blend it out with this bigger brush just to make sure that it's not just like a fucking line of highlight, it's actually blended in. So next step are eyebrows. When I do a full face of makeup, like full on glam, I do my eyebrows first thing, but you can see that my eyebrows are already kind of full. I just go in and fill out like some bald spots and just frame my face. So I'm using the NYX Tame and Frame pomade. I've been meaning to go get the NYX Micro Brow Pencil because that makes it way easier and faster to do my eyebrows. Line it at the bottom and drag it out, and then start flicking at the front. If you line it perfectly, you won't have to go in and clean it up with concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out, not too much though, not too much because we've already framed the eyebrows. I'm gonna blend them out with a spoolie. I like to focus on the front of the brow because I don't like the front of the brow looking too harsh. To set my eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Espresso. This one is lighter than my eyebrows, and it just gives my eyebrows dimension. The second to last step, we're almost done here. I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Mascara in the cat eye version. The cat eye version. Jesus, I can't speak. I'm gonna go ahead and work on my lips while this first layer of mascara dries. For lip liner, I'm using the Becky G and Colourpop collection, the Ola Chola. It's part of the Ola Chola collection. I'm not sure if they still have that up or if it was only limited edition, but I'm using the pencil in the shade Muñeca. And then I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Glossy lip gloss in the shade Fancy. To finish off the look, I am using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I really hope you guys found something like helpful. Shout out to Paulina. I saw your tweet. I miss you. Okay, bye guys.